to see this. You saw it?
I saw it, Juju. I love John Candy before. I love him even more now.
Loving the fact that Get Wrecked with Straw Hat Goofy has joined the Elvis Duran Podcast Network. Wherever you get your podcast, Get Wrecked with Straw Hat Goofy. Of course, a.k.a. Juju Green. Juju Green's here. Or is it Juju Green, a.k.a. Straw Hat Goofy? Which way does it go?
Juju Green, a.k.a. Straw Hat Goofy sounds nice. It just rolls for some reason.
Juju Green, every weekend, we're so excited to have you here to catch us up not only with what's in the theaters, but what's on streaming and what are we missing. And you know what? So far, these few weeks we've had time with you, you have turned us on to things we would not have known about.
Yes.
That's why we love having you here. So let's go. What do you want to talk about this week?
That's my job. We got a couple things to talk about. 4 things. A couple things we missed from last week. I really recommend the movie Roofman. It's directed by the director Derek Cianfrance, who also directed movies like Place Beyond the Pines. It's such a great movie. It stars Channing Tatum and Kirsten Dunst, and it's about the man named Jeffrey Manchester, who was a serial robber who robbed, I think, 45 McDonald's.
Ooh.
He escapes from he would do it by cutting into the roofs of these McDonald's.
Why? What's in there?
A lot, Big Macs, apple pies. You know what I'm saying? The ice cream machine is broke though. I don't know why.
It's always broken.
Now, is it true? We have full, real frontal nudity in this thing.
Do I remember frontal nudity? Yeah, not full frontal nudity. I don't remember if I saw anything flopping around, but
you would remember probably.
I had heard that I've heard you do see the peen, but
really?
And it's not a fake one. It's real, but maybe I'm wrong.
I love that this is about the real Hamburglar, the real life version.
Anyway, I digress. Sorry, go right ahead.
No, yeah, but the movie is being marketed as a comedy when in fact it's a dramedy, and it has probably, and guys, I kid you not, Channing Tatum's best performance that I've ever seen in his career.
Oh wow!
Better than Magic Mike? I don't believe it.
Better than Magic Mike. I mean, that one probably does have.
Well, so when they say better, I mean in what regard? I mean, he really truly is. Believably,
I mean, he's just able to balance drama and comedy and charisma in such a depth way. You feel for him, you laugh with him, like you just can't help but be drawn to him, even though he is a criminal and even though everything that he's doing is wrong. You still feel bad for the guy, and you truly get a sense that he's just a simple man backed into a corner, which apparently is a reflection of the real life Jeffrey Manchester, who they would say after they would rob the McDonald's and lock him in the freezer, he will give you a coat before putting you in that freezer.
Aww.
So I think Channing Tatum definitely nails this man.
What a sweet thief.
See, now we have to see Roofman. I'm in.
Yeah, Roofman, pretty great. I got a couple of spooky picks for you guys because we're in October, so we got to do spooky picks, right? So Black Phone 2 premieres this weekend. You can actually go check it out tonight, Thursday, Friday, whenever this is going to air. But this one is directed by Scott Derrickson. Obviously, it's a sequel to the original Black Phone, the super mega hit, starring Ethan Hawke and Mason Thames, and it's all about this serial killer called the Grabber, who, if you haven't seen the first one, was defeated in the first movie, but now he comes back from the dead because supernatural things are happening. So you get the sense that it is almost a combination of Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street, with like some really great young actors at the core of it. It's supernatural. It's very spooky. Scott Derrickson's direction is very, like, I don't want to say ahead of its time, but it's definitely like the visuals are different than what you get from other scary movies. And I truly did enjoy this film quite a bit. Is it better than the first film? I don't think so, but I do think that it does expand what we loved in the first film so much. If you haven't seen the first film,
the season.
It's honestly a great ride of a spooky movie if you're looking for something.
Danielle, it's all up your alley.
I know, it sounds so good.
Oh yeah, Black Phone. I love the first Black Phone so much, and I think the Grabber is like one of those. I think it's this generation's new kind of like serial killer. I feel like we've been lacking like a Jason Voorhees, a Friday the 13th, a Michael Myers, and I think the Grabber, Ethan Hawke's performance, as impeccable as ever. He never even shows his face, guys. He wears a mask and prosthetics the entire time.
Oh wow!
But his performance is just so. Oh my God! It's just so creepy and so devilish. I love it.
Okay, Black Phone 2.
Mm-hmm.
I can see
Now,
one.
this-
I never
this-
saw it. It slipped past me. All my friends saw it and loved it, and I never did. Did you guys see it?
No,
Yeah, I saw it. The
Did you
first
like
one.
it?
I did actually, and it scared me. So
Yeah.
but
everything scares you.
Everything scares me.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
I think you'll like this one, man. I think you'll like this one. But you got look, Elvis, you got to see the first Black Phone and make it a double feature.
I will.
Make it a double.
I have no life. I have nothing to do. I'm just gonna sit there and watch it.
Got you. All right, this next one, another spooky pick. This one is for the dog lovers out there. This one is called Good Boy. This one came out this past weekend, and it actually has a dog named Indy as the main character, like to the point where you hardly ever see the human's face. You're only following this dog as he's with this owner in this brand new ghostly infested house. So what happens when a dog and his owner gets haunted by a bunch of ghosts, and the dog has to be the one to save the day?
Oh.
Literally, guys, this is probably the best performance. I'm not gonna say probably. This is the best performance from an animal that you will ever see. Like I'm dead serious. Like,
I want to see
no pun
this.
intended.
Wow.
It sounds like with the premise, it's a fun thriller. Is it kind of fun to watch this?
It's not fun to watch this.
Oh, really?
At
It's
all.
Does the
serious.
dog
It's not
die?
fun.
Yeah. Does the dog? See, I don't watch.
I'm not gonna tell you.
I won't
Hold
do
on.
it.
This is why I don't watch dog movies
Right.
at all, and because I'm afraid
refuse.
they're gonna die. Text me later. Tell me.
Well, listen, I've been saying this for years. It seems that every year we get the mandatory dog movie, right? A Dog's Purchase, Air Bud, The Art of Racing in the Rain. Every movie is a dog movie, and every time the dog either dies or gets very old to where he almost dies. Now we have a horror movie with a dog as the protagonist, and I'm praying that this dog doesn't die the whole time. But if you're an owner, and if you're not a fan of like spooky things, this movie will give you extreme anxiety. But still, I cannot stress enough how great this dog is. It's so expressive. And at the end of the movie, there's actually a little treat on how they were able to coach the dog into these great performances. So
cool.
I highly recommend it.
So at least we know the dog actor does live.
Right.
So this is good.
The dog actor is still alive.
That's
He's
good.
still kicking.
I can't believe there's a better actor than Free Willy. This is crazy.
Oh,
That whale cried.
Listen,
That was a great movie.
I think we should start making some type of animal acting Hall of Fame. I think there should be a separate Oscar category for
sure.
By the way, while you're doing and getting to your next your next piece of work, I'm googling Good Boy movie. Does dog die? And other people are texting. I'm not going to give the answer, but other people are texting. Doing. It's okay. I got the answer now.
Yeah, because some people won't watch it if the dog dies. They just won't do it.
Well,
Some
can we?
people will watch it. Yeah.
I'm going to
cat
say
people will watch it.
watch the movie.
Okay.
Move on.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't want to dwell.
Good Boy, guys. Check it out in theaters. And this next one is actually a Prime Video original. It just released this week. It's called John Candy, I Like Me.
Yes!
Oh yes, we want to see this. You saw it?
I saw it, Juju. I loved John Candy before. I love him even more now.
Talk about it.
So John Candy has always been one of my favorite actors, guys. Like I grew up on Cool Runnings, I grew up on Uncle Buck, I grew up on Trains, Planes, and Automobiles. And if you really love the actor, and if you always just looked at him and said, "This looks like the sweetest guy you will ever meet in your life," this documentary essentially confirms that. This goes from his beginnings to the things he went through as a child to what kind of caused his rise to fame. And the beautiful thing about this movie is that it really makes you sit with who this man is. There are whole scenes where you're just watching interviews of him and seeing his facial expressions, and you're just experiencing him. And then you get the stories of all the actors. There's so many actors who come to talk about him, but it's just a wonderful portrait of a great man, of his career. But it also talks about his mental health and how the nice people who tend to give a lot to a lot of people, they tend to not give enough to themselves. And it's honestly a very heartbreaking watch, but it's also a very uplifting and optimistic watch. And it makes you want to strive to be a better person and a more
Wow.
giving person.
love
And
that.
John Candy, I Like Me is just, first off, the title alone is great because that's one of my favorite quotes and monologues that I've ever seen in a film. So sorry, getting emotional because John Candy is my guy, man. I
love
love
that.
the movie.
Aw.
I watched it last night and I went to sleep with great dreams.
You know, Juju, it's kind of interesting because they are actors, right? So you never really know if they're really nice people when they're not acting. But when you hear when it's definitely done on film right before your eyes, that's great. I can't wait. But hold on a second.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go on the list. Roof Man, Black Phone 2, Good Boy. And John Candy, I Like Me. But a quick question from Gandhi about your opinion about something.
Have you watched the new docuseries, or you wouldn't even call it that, the docudrama Monsters with the Ed Gein story?
Yes,
what are your thoughts on this thing?
Well, Ryan Murphy is a sick individual. Always has been. Now, I watched the Jeffrey Dahmer story. Was very, very much creeped out by it. And I didn't get a chance to check out the Menendez brothers, but I've always been very interested in the Ed Gein story because I feel like Ed Gein is the serial killer in our history that has kind of permeated our culture the most. He's had the most movies based off of him. He has the most iconic pieces of media based off of him. And so I feel like us as a society and us who consume this type of subject matter, Ed Gein is kind of like the blueprint. And I feel like that show, as dark as it got, it hit the nail on the head, how obsessed we are with this man and what he did and his atrocities, and how we're able to kind of and how art is reflected through where we are in the times. There's this moment where there's an episode where the director of Texas Chainsaw Massacre is poo-pooing the state of Hollywood and saying there's nothing of substance coming out now, but Ed Gein is real, and the real is horrible, and it's awful, it's depraved, it's dark, and the people who are watching all these other things, they don't deserve those other things. This is what we get. We deserve the truth, and the truth is Ed Gein, and this is the truth of humanity. And that just made me sit back and go, wow. This particular show, it uses its violence, which is real violence, by the way, to actually make a point about how do we consume it? Who are we? And I thought that was very, very interesting. And then I saw him cutting people open and flipping them upside down and doing creepy stuff, and I had to watch it in 2-episode increments because it was just too dark and too creepy. Couldn't go to sleep with that type of stuff.
So as gory and dark and creepy as it is, the message is definitely loud and proud, right? And do you agree with what Juju said?
Oh, absolutely. I didn't even know who Ed Gein truly was until all of this. And then, of course, I went down the rabbit hole, and they said he really changed the face of the horror genre because it was always fake things. Frankenstein, Dracula before. Now you had a real-life human being, and that just shifted everything. So it is fascinating.
Reality is frightening.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, for those who don't know, Ed Gein is the basis for Norman Bates and American Psycho, the Leatherface in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and the Buffalo Bill in Silence of the Lambs, as well as many more. So
at the same time, I could see us being friends.
Oh my gosh!
I don't buy it. You wouldn't like him. You'd be very weirded out by his voice.
No, I'm weirded out by no one. I mean, I'm friends with you.
This is true.
Jesus. Always a wonderful time with you, and enlightening, and I don't know what to say. Juju Green, of course, Straw Hat Goofy. Check him out and get wrecked with Straw Hat Goofy on the Elvis Duran Podcast Network. You're fabulous. I love your take. It really makes me want to sit down and watch each and every one of these, and I thank you for that, Juju. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I love vibing with you guys. This is a good group, guys. I love it.